Okay, so I'm going to move into my tarot pulls. I'll use my Inbetween Tarot cards. And I'm going to be using my Lightseers deck as clarifier cards. So first of all, I'm going to do the fire signs. So fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So the card will be the energy that you are moving away from, which is our Gemini period. The energy that you are currently in, which is your in-between period. And the energy that you're moving into, which is the Cancer period. So we're currently on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. So we'll see what we've got in store for our fire signs. Have we got any fire signs on tonight? Hi Queen of Ages Tarot, thanks for joining. I would like to wave to you all, but I've got my hands full. So I'm an Aries, my son's in Aries. Aries, very direct, very headstrong. My eldest daughter is a Leo. Leo's very courageous, also very creative. And then the energy of Sagittarius is very independent and free-loving. Hi Mosen, thanks for joining. So your card for the fire signs group is a fire card. So we've got a wands card. It's the 7 to the 8 of wands. So 7 of wands is where you're kind of having to dig your heels in. You've been dealing with a lot of stuff. It could be work-wise. It could just be a build-up of energy in your life, you know, where you've got to deal with difficult things, but you're getting stuff done, you're managing. And at this point, when you're moving through to the 8 of wands, you're getting ready to kind of walk away, because things are starting to build up to the point where they're unmanageable. So in your Gemini period, you've been dealing with stuff and there's been a lot on your plate, okay? And it sees you needing to kind of step back a little bit now. Be assertive as well and put your foot down if there are things that you need help with. If there are things where you can delegate out to other people, okay? And if it truly is unmanageable and you need to walk away from it altogether in the next period, in our Cancer period, where our emotions can rule us quite a bit, you know, make sure that it's the right thing for you. So consider all of your options. So we see the couple in the picture there. They're actually running away. They're taking the exit route. Okay, so it's not for them. They decided that they're not going to stay where they were. And this might be the case for you as well, for you fire signs. You might find it easier to walk away rather than stay somewhere where it doesn't feel quite comfortable. And if that's your position, then that's fair enough. If it's helpful to do that and it's helpful to you, then that might be the decision you have to make. I'm going to do your clarifier card using the Lightseers deck. Hi Soul Retreat, thank you for joining. Yeah, of course you can. God is in air. Yeah, what we're going to do is do some questions at the end and you can ask anything you want. So your Lightseers clarifier card for the fire signs is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so a time for new projects, especially new creative projects. So we can see in the card here that her third eye chakra is activated. It's a card of listening to your intuition, going with your gut feeling as well, whatever feels right, and makes you feel alive as well. The Ace of Wands is a real switch on of energy. Imagine it like a light switch. It's very electric. Makes you feel alive. So I think following on from the card of the 7 to the 8 of Wands, maybe you need to start from scratch again. Maybe you need to do something different in order to feel that excitement, that buzz that you felt when you first started. Okay, and also to listen to your intuition as well. Very much so in this next period, in this Cancer period, which goes very well with the Cancer period. Hello Series cards, thank you for joining. This is a nice card. Imagine the aces as seeds where we're feeling less burdened. Okay, we're going back to the source again. This is the very first stage. It's like a blank slate. And the Ace of Wands is lovely. I really do like this card. It's just bubbling energy, bubbling excitement. It's a passionate card as well, what you feel passionate about. So I see fire signs as going back to basics, starting from scratch. Okay, but with a sense of enjoyment and fulfillment. So that's for the fire signs. And what I'll do is I'll post these cards up to my story at the end as well. So you've got a sense of the energies that you're working with. Hi Diva Marker. Okay, God is in air. What I'll do is we'll do a card for you at the end about your question. I'm sure that's fine. Just hold on to that for the time being and we will come back to it. And if anybody else has got any questions, they'll be taking those at the end. Thank you for joining. I'm going to do the air signs next. Have we got any air signs in the group? So air signs being Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I always forget Libra. My moon is in Gemini. And as the moon is about our needs, what we need from ourselves, what we need from other people. So the moon position in the birth chart is exactly that. And because mine is in Gemini, it's all about communication and connecting with other people and with ideas as well. So the Gemini period that we're just moving away from has been very important for me for networking and for ideas, for putting pen to paper. Okay, so air signs. I'm going to pull a card for you now. So this is for your next period, so I'm moving into the Cancer period. And I've got another fire sign, so I've got the 8 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. Okay, so remember for the fire signs, I said about the 8 of Wands meaning needing to move away from something or perhaps put something down. Okay, you've got to that point, you air signs, okay, and this is like a rest and recuperation phase before having to dig back in again and do those final things, those really difficult things. And the 9 of Wands, so this is your next step. Okay, it sees you really having to put up a fight and having to struggle for something that you believe in. Okay, so you've decided that you want to stay with this. It could be a project that you're working on, it could be a creative enterprise, but you thought that it's really worthwhile fighting for, and you're going to stick with it. Okay, so this is a good card, you know, for when you're so passionate about something that you think you need to hold on to it. Okay, and you can see the two people in the card here. So one is resting while the other person is upright and carrying out the watch, you know, and doing the difficult things. And at some point I think they're going to change positions, so one person is going to back the other person up. So you've got that constant movement of like looking after each other, looking after each other's back. So within your close friendship circles and family as well, make sure you've got those people looking after you, defending you and helping you at this moment, because you might need that energy. Okay, make sure that you keep the fire burning brightly. Okay, don't let that fire go out, don't lose hope, and keep that passion for the things that are really important for you. Hi Stellium Moon. Hi Libra Does Tarot. So for the people who've just joined, the winner of the Inbetween Tarot bag was Miguel from Terapias Metaversi. I'm really, really happy for him. So I'm going to let him know afterwards, because I don't think he's on now, but I'll send him a direct message after. So thank you all very much for joining the competition. I will do that, cards. I'm just going to do the pulls for the fire, air, earth and water signs first before I get to the questions. But that's no problem. I can do that question for you. Okay, so your clarifier card for the air signs group for our next period going into Cancer. We have the 8 of Cups, so we've got another 8. So you've already got the 8 to the 9, and then the 8 of Cups. So it's another card of having to walk away, but this one has got more of an emotional undertone. Okay, so it's something that affects you very deeply to the point of a feeling of sadness, but unnecessarily having to step away from it, okay, for your own emotional health and well-being. Okay, sometimes we just need to let go, although very, very difficult to do and understandable. I pulled this card the other day. We went for a house move and it fell through, and this meant a lot to me, you know, because it really pulls on your heartstrings when you want something so much and you can't have it. Sometimes you just need to take that step back. So with 2 8s, you know, difficult things to deal with, but necessary as well. So I see you air signs perhaps having to let go, having to step back and having to walk away. It could be that the things that are happening around you at the moment are just not right for you, and trust your intuition and your gut feeling on that as well. Okay, so that's for you air signs. I'm going to do for the I'll do for the earth signs next. Have we got any earth signs online? And no earth signs online? Are you all very quiet this evening? Hi Bosked Marias. Yeah, Jules, you are, aren't you? So this one's for you. So your card for the earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn for the next period, is a major card. So important for big spiritual transitions. We have the Sun to Judgment. Okay, so in this card, hey B Moon Passion, thank you so much for joining. Nice to see you. So you can see the Sun in the back of this card, okay. The Sun is a very important card. We go out, we take the energy from it. You know, it gives us strength, it gives us positivity. We can be happy with the Sun. The Sun always shines a light on things as well. It uncovers things that we hadn't seen before, so you can get a really good view of what's going on in your life with the Sun card. Okay, it's a very, very optimistic card, possibly one of the best cards, I believe, in the majors. And when we're moving from the Sun to the Judgment card, okay, the Sun's going down in this card, okay, and you have this building rising up from the water and the angels coming up as well. So these are things that are coming back from the past with lessons that need to be learned, possibly big spiritual lessons, okay? It could be karmic lessons, it could be things that you need to work through in this lifetime. It may be that you push them to one side, so having fun, enjoying that Sun period, and then coming back to Judgment, it can sometimes feel quite heavy because we don't always want to deal with that difficult stuff, those karmic and spiritual lessons, but they are still there. We're all learning in this lifetime, and I'm a big believer that we will come back and we'll live out lessons in different lives. So a very big important transition card for you earth signs at the moment. Okay, so there are things that are coming up, okay, that you need to think about very carefully, okay, and try and take the positives from them and learn from the negatives as well. It's all about learning lessons at the moment. And this tower that's emerging from the water, surrounded by water, so it is affecting emotions as well. will have quite a big pull on our emotional makeup. And the angels are there as guardians, as passers of messages, okay? So again, another reason to listen to your intuition, okay? Because there will be messages coming through for you from different avenues, and they could be coming through from spirit. So be aware of this and listen carefully and pay attention. Also pay attention to your dreams. Important things coming through in your dreams at the moment. We'll do a clarifier card with the Lightseers deck. So again, this is for you earth signs. So Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo. Your card from the Lightseers is a clarifier, and it's a Two of Wands. Okay, so the Wands are about creativity, about hobbies, things that we're passionate about, things that get us moving in the morning. The Wands are real energy givers. High discovery of a new witch. And when we've got two, the two is all about choices, making choices. Okay, and it could be that you've not made that choice yet. It's just kind of dangling there. It's a carrot. So it's something that you could go for. We've also got a globe in there as well, suggesting some travel, the possibilities of travel. So hi, oh, lovely to see you. Yeah, so coupled with the Sun and Judgment, okay, this is very nice. So it feels very fresh when looking at this card. So this is very deep. It's got a spiritual momentum, and it's almost as if this wand that you're considering, this choice, is going to take you on this spiritual discovery, this spiritual journey. So it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a big deal, very important for you in terms of your goals, your well-being. Fits in very well with the Summer Solstice. So think carefully before you take this choice, this wand, but know that there's going to be big things coming out of it for you. So this is for you, earth signs. Oh, very excited about that one. I wish I had some earth in my birth chart in order to take advantage of some of that, but I really don't. I am mostly water, mostly Pisces. Okay, so finally I'm going to do a card for you water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. No worries, Jules. You are very welcome. So yeah, water signs, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. This is for your next astrological period, moving from Gemini into Cancer. And I'm not sure, are we still in retrograde at the moment? Is it still the Mercury retrograde? I'm not entirely sure, I forget those dates. But coupled with the Gemini energy, it's been a bit of a difficult month for communications. There's been raised tempers and there's been difficult conversations. And I've seen it not just within my own circle, but within people outside as well. So there's a lot going on out there. Okay, water signs. Card, the collective card for you is a water sign card. So it's the Two of Cups to the Three of Cups. And it's a lovely lighter energy. No problem at all. So Two of Cups, you join in with other people. It could be a significant other person. It could be friendship, it could be love, but there's a lot of happiness and joy when this card comes up. And then moving through to the Three, this is adding other people into the situation. So it could be rejoining, reconnecting with family and loved ones. Okay, it could be celebration, festivals, just gatherings in general with the people that you love. So this is for you water signs. And I know it's been difficult with all the lockdowns across the world, and everything around COVID. So it could be just that reconnection with people, and the fact that we're opening up a little bit more now, and travel is starting to open up as well. So we have got those avenues to go and visit other people. So this card is a very, very nice one. There's a lot of love, happiness and joy in this card. So if you are a water sign, or if you have a lot of water in your birth chart as I do, enjoy the next period. It's going to be a very nice one for you. And I'll do a clarifier card for you with the Lightseers deck. I'll be putting all these cards up afterwards in my story, so you can revisit them. Clarifier card for you, water signs, is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's telling you that although you've got all of this fun stuff going on, this love, friendship around you, it's saying don't take your eye off the ball. So the Knight of Pentacles, no problem in, is a little bit more serious. Okay, so he's got his eye on material things, money, work, commitments, organisation. So you know, all that boring stuff that us water signs don't usually like. The Knight of Pentacles is telling you that you still need to concentrate on that, so don't let that go by the by. You need to take care of it, or make sure somebody else is taking care of it. So yeah, things don't go amiss. Just a reminder for you water signs. Very different energy. But the Knight of Pentacles is a good card because he or she never gives up. You know, they carry on, they're relentless towards their goals, and they don't miss things. That's the important thing. There's a lot of Taurus energy in this card. Taurus make sure all bases are covered, are really, really good people to work with because they keep you organised on track. So remember that when you get your Knight of Pentacles card come out in a reading. It's a good card to have. Okay, so that's all of the star sign groups covered, and now I will be taking questions. So I'm going to put the cards back in the pack and shuffle, and my first question is going to go to God is in Air. And I'm just going to have a look at that question now. Okay, so God is in Air, you're asking about your love life. Is there anything specific that you want to ask, or do you just want me to pull a card for that? Because I can do that. Hi Universe, Bab. Thanks for joining. Hey Dread Spirit and Tarot. Thank you so much for joining. That's lovely to, I say see you because I can't actually see anybody. But Dread Spirit Tarot lives in Manchester as well. And I'd like to meet up with her at some point. If you've not seen her videos, she's amazing. Okay, so Dread Spirit Tarot, check her out. Does some fantastic readings as well. And her dancing is just out of this world. Always brings a smile to my face. I will, Laura, yeah, you're second on my list to pull a card for no problem. So, God in Spirit, if you're, God is in Air, yeah, no problem. I'm going to do your question now. And I'm going to pull a card for your love life because you've not been specific, but that's fine. So I'm going to just pull a card for that, see what comes up. Okay, so you've got the page to the Knight of Swords. The Swords is very much about thoughts, okay, the intellect. It's all to do with how you're thinking about the situation. And when you get to the page to the Knight, it's like an initiation. Okay, so you can see he's got one hand on his solar plexus and the other hand covering the third eye chakra. So it's almost as if we're balancing chakras here, okay? Getting a sense of balance and calm about the situation. I really do feel that there is a need for calm in your love situation at the moment, and stepping back and looking at things with a different perspective. Okay, so the page is a very fresh energy, very good at dealing with challenges and obstacles, very good at kind of rushing in and tackling them. The Knight can be a little bit too much. So the Knight can sometimes get in trouble because they speak before thinking. It's often called foot in mouth syndrome. So this is also a message to kind of don't get into those difficult conversations or arguments, step back from it. Be in between the Page and the Knight of Swords rather than in the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords can often get themselves in trouble because they can get carried away. Okay, so it's saying think carefully, be balanced, okay, and try and step back and get a fresh perspective on your situation. Okay, so I really like this card because he's given a lot of thought to what's going on around him, and I like to see this as the initiation card. Okay, that's no problem at all. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I can do one for you, Ian. I'm just going to do one for Laura. Anything specific, Laura, or do you just want me to pull a card for you? And Dread Spirit, do you want a card? Do you want me to pull one for you? I'll do your card after Ian. Okay, this one's for you, Laura. Another Swords card. You've got the 3 to the 4 of Swords. Okay, so 3 is difficulties, head and heart. Sometimes we can get crosswise, we can get upset about things. So in the 4 is about it's about building a foundation. Okay, so you can see him here really putting pen to paper, right, considering all options. Okay, so it may be some kind of disappointment, okay, that you're trying to kind of work through and make something better come out of it. Okay, so when we get to that point with the 4 of Swords, yeah, we're moving away from kind of hurt feelings, maybe a little bit of upset, sometimes, yeah, disappointment with that card. But this is all about getting organised, making plans, okay, getting everything down on paper, okay, and once it's out of your head and it's on paper, it's no longer going to keep you up at night, keep you worried. And because it's a low card, because it's the 3 to the 4, it means it's kind of easy to traverse through. It's not that difficult. So when we get to the 8 and the 9s and 10s, as you know, that can be a bit more difficult to deal with. So 3s and 4s, I kind of like that energy. And the 4 as well, you can relate to that. Okay, that's great. Imagine that you've got the 4 different elements, earth, air, fire and water in a square. You've got that good foundation when you're moving through to the 4, which is brilliant. Okay, so it's just saying keep organised, okay, keep your mind fresh and keep it clear, and you get through any difficulties that are arising for you. Hi Chrissy Starry Eyes, hope that was okay for you, Laura. Hi Beck, nice to see you. Ian, this one's for you, so are you still on? And anybody who's just joining, I'm just doing questions at the moment, so if you got a question for me, I can pull a card for you, it's no problem. I did the nice to meet you as well. I do wish I could see everybody and talk to everyone, because it's very much a one-way street when you're doing the lives, isn't it? You can't hear anybody. No problem at all, you're very welcome. Hi Becca. Oh, for the people who just come on, I did the prize draw earlier on, and it was Miguel from Terapias Metaversi who won. I do know him, and if you know him too, let him know, and I'm gonna send him a direct message afterwards. Okay, Ian, this one is for you. Okay. Yeah. Yes, he wins this tarot bag, Inbetween Tarot bag of the Emperor moving through to the Hierophant, and here's the in-between stage of those two. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sending him that in the post. I've got one myself as well, but my little girl put some felt tip pen on it. I was a bit upset about that. Never mind. I'm going to get myself another one. Okay, Ian, you have the 4 to the 5 of swords. Okay, so swords again. Laura had the 3 to the 4 of swords. The 4 to the 5 of swords is the lead on from that. Okay, so remember me saying about the 4 being your foundation. Okay, having those 4 points with the different elements. Okay, although we are mainly concentrating on the intellectual side thoughts here with the swords. Okay, this is suggesting a rest period for you, rest and recuperation, where it's necessary for your mental health to take a step back and to put everything down tools and just rest. Highest energy. Okay, so you can see that our soldier in the card has put the swords down, but while he's resting and recuperating, we have somebody else sneaking up at the top. In fact, we've got several people sneaking up. Okay, hey. So be very careful that these people, it could be situations, don't take you by surprise and unawares. Okay, we can be surrounded by sneaky people, manipulative people, difficult people. It can sometimes be that people will just want to trip you up. It does happen. We're not in a perfect world, and some people can be mean and nasty. Okay, so watch out for that over the next period, over the Cancer period. I know, Ian, that you're a Cancer, so Cancers are very switched on intuitively. They're very much connected to what's going on around them. So make the most of that, and if somebody doesn't feel quite right, okay, step back and away from them, because your intuition as a Cancer is usually very spot on. So you'll be able to spot people that aren't right and may not be very good for you. Okay, so have a think about that, and also make the most of your rest and recuperation, recharge batteries and get back out into the world, but with open eyes, an open third eye as well. Hope that's good for you. Chrissy, I'm going to do one for you. Will your work take you to the places you want? Leadership. Fantastic intention. So as it's Summer Solstice, you should write that down somewhere and make that your goal, your intention for the rest of the year. This is a really good weekend to kind of set that and put that in motion, because that's what you want. And good, focus on it and it will appear. You put that energy out and that's what you get back. And then Becca, I'm going to do one for you. You're welcome, Ian. Okay, so this one is for Chrissy. And we're looking at work. Okay, Chrissy, your work situation. Hanged Man to Death. It looks quite scary, this card, but it's not. Okay, so you're the person in the middle, okay? Looking at things from a altar perspective. Okay, so he's upside down. Okay, one of his legs is loose though. The other one is bound, but there's butterflies there as well, suggesting transformation, which is also the case with the fire, which is that death energy. Okay, so it's kind of stripping everything back to basics. Okay, so while it may have felt with your work situation that you have been sacrificing a lot, okay, that nothing has been moving, has been maybe a feeling of a period of stagnation, okay, the changes coming in are very important for you and your development. And the Death card, Scorpio energy, is transformation over a period of time. It's not a sudden change like the Tower. So you may find that at the end of the Cancer period, there will be significant things in place for you to, and you're a Cancer too, fantastic, for you to go for and achieve your goals. So yeah, Cancer and that Scorpio energy, very important for you right now, but you have got a big transformation process. I can see you being in a very different position from work when you come out of this energy and step into the Death card energy. I actually really love it because I know that it's a massive change, turns us inside out, and we're stepping up all the time with that Scorpio energy and that Death card transformation. So yeah, very good prospects for you. Again, pay attention to your intuition over the Cancer period. It's going to be like 150% if you are a Cancer. So it's going to be a very big couple of months for you. And then this one is for Becca. Hi Sophia and Grace. Are you welcome, Chrissy? That's fine. Hi Les Oracles. Yeah, for Becca. Right, okay, Becca card for you. No problem, it's fine. Would you like to ask a question, or do you want me to pull a card for you? That's for S energy. I'm just going to do this one for Becca first. So Becca, card for you. Your card, Becca, is the King of Swords to the Page of Swords. Okay, so when we got the King of Swords to the Page of Swords, okay, this is your wisdom, okay, which is well established when we get to the King of Swords stage. And passing that knowledge on to, it could be a younger person or it could be an apprentice. So often this comes up to indicate mentorship or looking after somebody else, imparting your knowledge and transferring that. Okay, so be aware that there are people who look up to you and people that are getting a lot from you at the moment, and to make the most of that. Yeah, perhaps you might be a teacher already, but the mentorship and the coaching qualities here are really forefront. Okay, so you're in an important stage where you're going to be passing that on to other people. And it can also be as well that you're revisiting old subjects as well, because we're always constantly learning, and when you go from the King to the Page, you might be picking up a new mode of study. So your studies could be highlighted there as well. A TA, I'm guessing that's the training assistant. All right, well then that's perfect. That fits in really well. Hi Lapisa. Hi the Art of Tarot. Hope that's okay for you, Becca. Hi Lady Witch Daisy. Okay, yes. I'm going to pull a card for you. S energy, you've also got a swords card. So we've got the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords here. Okay, no problem at all. So the Queen energy is very much internal, okay, in each of the elements. So for the internal swords energy, it's kind of absorbing learning material, okay, and it's also about being protective as well. Hi Andy, thanks for joining. And moving through to the energy of the King of Swords, you kind of stepping up into a leadership position. Okay, so it could be management or it could be leadership, but if you can see in the card, you've got lots of people behind you. So again, it may be a responsibility that you've got. You need to be very switched on and aware of what's going on as well. It may see you having to be very decisive as well, and to make the most of your intuitive abilities. Hope that's okay for you, S. So I can see you defending as well, because we have got that defensive stance with the Queen to the King. Let me see, so would anybody else like a card? I'm going to do one for Dread Spirit because I think I missed her card before. I thought so, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do one for you, no problem. I'm sorry if I missed anything from anybody else, because the chat moves quite quickly. And then after Dread Spirit, I'm going to do one for Lady Witch Daisy. She's a great name. Oh, Miguel has just joined. Hi, Miguel. You were the winner. You won the Inbetween Tarot bag. Congratulations. So this is your prize, and I'm going to be sending it out to you in the post. Hopefully I'll get around to that tomorrow. So you need to send me your address. And yeah, I'll get that out to you. I'm really, really pleased for you. Hey, Meg. So, yeah, well done, Miguel. So I'm going to do a card for Dread Spirit. And you got the strength to the Chariot. Yeah, you're the winner. You're very welcome. Dread Spirit, look at this card for meditation there. So this is a card of the strength moving through to the Chariot. So strength is all about developing inner strength, developing those qualities. Hey Meg. And it does see you in a meditation pose. So it's really quite a spiritual card, and in front of the mountain as well, which is representing spiritual achievement. We've got Leo the lion at the top, which is about leadership. So perhaps putting those spiritual achievements into some kind of a goal for you, you know, kind of taking them forward, doing something with it. Maybe you're going to be doing some teaching. And then moving through, from the Chariot. So it's about drive, it's about pushing forward, all go, go, go. And this is saying to kind of slow down and kind of ingest it and don't move too fast. Okay, so this is you going inwards now, okay, and kind of developing those qualities more. So you can see the Leo glyph there, which is very important to you at the moment. You have to have a think about how that applies in terms of strength, leadership, creativity. There's definitely an aspect of creativity in this card. And we've got the candles there as well. So it's a real meditative, important and spiritual time. Okay, so learning some very, very deep lessons. I hope that resonates. Hi, Unio's Circle. Fantastic. Okay, so good. I'm glad. You'll have to pull that card out and have a look at it. Maybe meditate on it and see what comes out for that. This one's for Lady Witch Daisy. I'm going to do a card for you. I love that the Chariot's got that connotation with Cancer as well. So that is the star sign that's affiliated with the Chariot, surprisingly enough, is Cancer. So pushing forward, but also defensive as well and protective. Yeah, so you've got both Cancer and Leo in there for your next period, for your Cancer period. Daisy, Lady Daisy, I'm going to do your card. And you've got the 10 to the Ace of Wands, so it's a real card of relighting the fire. Okay, so when we get to the 10, we've taken on too much. Traditionally, you have a card with all of the baggage on the back, you know, built up to the point where the person's like doubled over, it's too much for them. I wanted to reflect it in this card to show that the fire needed reigniting, so that passion, that creativity needed to be discovered again in this card. So when you get to the 10, okay, it's circular, it doesn't just stop then, so you're about to circle back round to the Ace of Wands, which is a lovely card. I pulled it before with the Lightseers. So it's about the light switch moment, switching on the light switch, getting your creativity back, the passion inflamed again. Hey Edge Mundane, thanks for joining. Hey, how are you? So yeah, this card, a great card because you're about to go back full circle to the Ace of Wands again. Sure, this is for Daisy. Yeah, about reigniting and revisiting and reconnecting with what you are passionate about and possible creative projects as well. I'd like to do a card for AJ because you just come on and I've not spoke to you for a while. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a card for you. So Daisy, I'm just reading what you're saying there. Sounds very good because you've lost your connection to the things you're passionate about. Okay. Right. Well, sometimes that can happen. I've found when you take too much on, which is very much the 10 of Wands, we can get lost in amongst things, you know, and sometimes we just need to walk away from them or put them down in order to realise the things that we want to pick up, you know, and the things that are not necessarily for us. Okay. And I think you realise, because I've been through it myself, when you're in the 10 of Wands situation, when you just feel really blah about things, you know, things, like you said, things don't really mean that much to you. That's that 10 of Wands. It means that there's too much going on in your life at the moment. You need to drop some of it, walk away from some of it in order to rediscover what's important to you. Okay, AJ, your card for you. Oh, your card is the 9 to the 10 of Coins. Look at that, networking. I like it. Okay, so surrounding ourselves with people in the workday world or around your projects who are similar minded and can help you and kind of push you forward. People that can assist with the with details and who are very committed to their cause and to their work. So it's a real practical card of assistance, monetary things as well. Oh, you've pulled that card every day for the last 3 days as your daily card. How amazing. Wow, right. Yeah, so it's definitely a card of strength in numbers. So the sign at the top says a victory to the suffragettes. So I put that in there because I wanted to show, you know, that you're nearing an end with the 10, you know, which is like an accumulation, which we get to before we drop back off round to the Ace again, which is our starting point, but you're not quite there, so there's still some details that need to be taken care of. So your situation is very advanced, you know, you're getting there, you're nearly there, keep going, keep the momentum going. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it, that you keep pulling that same card? It's telling you something, definitely. So with you being in the in-between the 9 and the 10, you've got one final pentacle and you're there. Okay, so it's saying keep going. Yeah, keep persisting with it, you're nearly there. Fantastic. So I'm going to do one more card and then I'm going to go because I need to put my little girl to bed. So who would like the last question? You've got a business meeting. All right, okay, so that could be your final pentacle. Great. I hope that goes well. Yeah, the Art of Tarot. You've bagged the last question. So I'm going to have to do 2 because Tarot shares me. So I'm going to do these 2 and then I'm going to go. Okay, so I'll do the Art of Tarot first. No problem. And by the way, AJ is creating a tarot deck at the moment, so that's all very exciting. So if you haven't visited AJ's page, check it out. His pencil sketches are absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited for his projects. Great Minds Tarot as well, who's also been on tonight. That's Serge. He's also creating a tarot deck, so another one to watch out for. And Psychedelic Witch, she's not on tonight, but she's also creating a tarot deck. So very, very exciting work, projects up and coming, so watch out for these guys. Okay, the Art of Tarot card for you. Wow, I did shuffle. I promise you I shuffled. 10 of Wands to the Ace of Wands. Relighting your fire, literally. Okay, so rediscovering what you're passionate about, okay. You need that in your life. You need that blank slate of the Ace in order to get moving and to be inspired again. It may feel that you've kind of lost a little bit of excitement in your life at the moment. Maybe you've got too much going on as well. Maybe drop some of it, maybe delegate some of it, but definitely think about what it is that you need in your life in order to kind of get the excitement going again. So that was for the Art of Tarot. 10 back round to the Ace, very exciting because the Ace is your blank slate. And Tarot shares Mimi, I'm going to do one for you. Oh, you've got the Empress to the Emperor. Okay, so Mimi, the lovely, beautiful, nurturing energy of the Empress, okay, is moving into that leadership, go for it energy of Aries with the Emperor. Okay, so, alright, so in the middle of a career change. No problem. Yeah, so Mimi, the focus here is on the symbol of the ram. Okay, so be assertive with whatever it is that you're going for at the moment. It could be that there are 2 people in the situation, so there might be a little bit of a clash of horns because there might be a little bit of a power play. Okay, who's in charge, who's not in charge. Okay, so you might need to have a big conversation with somebody about who's going to be in charge with whatever's going on in your life. And that Aries is all about being forthright and about pushing forward with your plans. Aries is always very, very inspiring and outgoing. And they just go for it, they just do things. So perhaps you need to do that at the moment. If there's anything that you're thinking about doing, considering doing, just kind of really push for it. The Emperor is very, very assertive. So yeah, wherever you may have had some plans, you know, push forward with them. This is a really good time to do that, and Summer Solstice, setting your intentions as well. I hope that's okay. Alright everybody, so I haven't got a watch with me, but I do think that's come to the end of my hour. So thank you for joining me. Miguel was the winner of the Inbetween Tarot bag. I've done the card pulls for the different zodiac signs. Yeah, you're very welcome. And I will be putting those cards up in my story for the different elemental groups, for the Gemini period moving through to the Cancer period, so you can revisit those cards later. And yeah, thank you for being with me on this Summer Solstice weekend, and I wish you all the best. It was really good to chat with you. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you all very, very soon. Also, thank you very much for your support as well. So I have reached 5,000 followers, and I really do appreciate your support and being part of the tarot community and having you all to talk to, communicate with. So yeah, take care everybody. Look after yourselves. Bye.